And welcome to another episode of Boxing Close Up. Tonight, we're not going to do boxing history, we're going to do boxing very recent past. Anthony Joshua took on Kristian Prenga tonight in a comeback fight. More a tune up than anything else, but when you look at the fight, and probably heard of it, obviously, I would assume, a little bit surprising in the first round in particular, but when you look at it closer, you're going to see it wasn't as dire for Anthony Joshua as I think you may be reading about, if you're reading about it from folks. Ultimately, more about getting, I think, caught cold. So we're going to take a look at it. The first round when Anthony Joshua went down twice, and then beautiful knockout in the second round. So again, I think it was a little bit of a false alarm to a certain extent. But hey, love to hear your thoughts. So thank you again for watching, and without further ado, let's first look at it live. And now let's start looking at the knockdown in the first 30 seconds in slow motion. You could see Joshua just got caught cold with that uppercut. Nothing more, nothing less. Here we're looking at a close up and a little even slower. Obviously comes across, misses that right hand, Prenga, and Joshua again just seems awkward, wide open for that uppercut. Certainly was not expecting that from a fellow 6'5" fighter, even though I think Joshua was actually 6'6", but I don't think he was expecting that uppercut. I don't think they prepared for it, and it caught him. You can watch here. Again, this is the second knockdown of the round, and this one, again, to me, really not much of anything. You can kind of see an overhand right sort of lands here, but it's a push down, not really a knockdown. So again, Joshua, one real legit knockdown, the other, pretty much a push down. But watch what happens in the second round that, frankly, I think makes up for what happened in the first round. Once, I think he got his bearings back and his understanding that this is not a guy you want to just play around with. Prenga is a big puncher, though. 5 of his last 6 fights were scheduled for 8 rounds or less. So I think that should tell you where he really belongs. So anywho, here's the knockout.
Big shot! He's out! There's no way he's going to make this count. AJ has 1 in 2.
And this was a thing of beauty. Let's watch in slow motion. Joshua, beautiful jab, comes with the right, very straight right hand. Beautiful, almost like a right jab, but obviously much more powerful. Comes a nice uppercut, and then he comes with as you could see, it was sort of not a straight, it was a semi-straight right hand, not a looping right hand. Beautifully done. Really a nice combo of punches for him. And let's watch close up here again. Beautiful. Really, really nice knockout for Joshua. So ultimately, yeah, people are not going to be extremely impressed with him, knocking a guy out who, frankly, 8-round fight, 5 of his last 6, he gets knocked down as well. But ultimately, when you look back on it, you can see he was caught cold with the right uppercut, and second knockdown, frankly, not a knockdown. And then he comes in the second round, and again, that was a genuinely beautiful combination, throwing both rights, lefts, and rights that were very straight up the middle, and lefts. So great job, AJ, in coming back from what could have been a complete, frankly, humiliation, especially if in the first round you had a trigger-happy referee. So ultimately, again, not going to be the greatest night of AJ's life, but at the same time, he ended it in, frankly, pretty spectacular fashion. So the Tyson Fury fight is on, but frankly, not really. I would put it at around a fifth of the excitement of, obviously, when they were in their primes. But anyway, thanks for joining, and appreciate any comments, subscriptions, etc.